Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Yeah. What's up, gamers? I know y'all probably like, okay, Chris, what happened yesterday? Look, I had some things to take care of. Yep. But today is today, though. I'm here. Anyway, what's up, gamers? What's up, Tech for Gamers? All right, let's talk about this. We talking about Starfield. Okay, let's see if we got it here. Talking about Starfield. The game ain't even out yet, and it's being review bombed already. Come on, gamers, you guys gotta do better than that. But anyway, it says here, got this article here from Tech for Gamers. It says here, what's up, Tech for Gamers? It says here, Starfield already receiving negative reviews on Metacritic, and it says review bomb begins 3 months before launch. Okay. It says developed over several years, Starfield stands as one of the biggest and most ambitious first-party Xbox games, aiming to push the boundaries of exploration in a video game with 1,000 planets. Starfield promised to deliver an unprecedented level of freedom since the hype of the game is at an all-time high. The game attracts attention, both positive and negative. Following the recent Starfield Direct, the game Metacritic page was spotted with a new negative review from an angry user, or angry gamer, or angry PlayStation gamer. Anyway, why it matters, the game is not being released yet, and receiving a negative review, how controversial the title will likely be at launch. Following in the footsteps of several other games, Starfield also faced the threat of being review bombed upon release. Then it says, user reviews of games are locked before the release, but the site experienced a compromise by a user who left an angry review critiquing the game in Bethesda. The review has been deleted, but Metacritic still showed one negative review. While a negative review makes little sense in the scenario, the fact that the user was able to leave a review at all is surprising. Starfield is not releasing until September, and even the media has not received review copies of the game yet. Therefore, this user is likely to have played the game. This might be a sign of things to come, hinting at a wave of negative reviews for Bethesda Games Studio most ambitious release yet. Prior to the review removal, users quickly took a screenshot revealing the content of Starfield's first negative review on the platform. As seen below, the review gave Starfield a 0 out of 10. That's an angry PlayStation gamer. He's just mad that the game is not on PlayStation. But anyway, he says this. This is a Jobstis 360. He says, Bethesda, because making games that work out of the box is less important than figuring out all the way to extract as much money from your bank account as possible. Starfield Super Special 76 Edition includes expected disappointments, comes with a shot glass, so you can participate in the recurring internet historian drinking game. Take a shot every time Todd Howard lies, or don't. You will be dead from alcohol poisoning in 5 minutes. Into the 20+ minutes masterpiece highlight yet another Bethesda disaster piece collapse. He says here, the angry user complained about the game being broke at launch. However, Matt Boo, the head of Xbox Game Studios, claimed that the Starfield would have the least amount of bugs in a game shipped by Bethesda, which could be comforting to fans. Previously, games like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild received a similar wave of negative reviews. Horizon Forbidden West latest expansion also received multiple negative reviews, which lowered its user score to 2.8. Following such incidents, Metacritic has gained notoriety for its vulnerability to review bombing, leading to the site evolving itself in the future to avoid such issues. Then it says, nevertheless, these negative issues will not stop the game anytime soon, as it is shaping up to be an excellent title. Starfield also made it to the top of Steam bestsellers list after recent information from Bethesda Game Studios. And that is that. Now, okay, Starfield is it. We got 82 more days. I think 81 or 82 more days before Starfield comes to platforms. You know, Xbox, Series X and S, Windows, Linux gamers, Steam Deck gamers, Apple gamers on the cloud, on the Asus ROG, the A&EO, the One X, the GPD, and for those cloud subscription service that signed up to Microsoft 10-year deals. Starfield will be coming. So on September the 6th. So the game is not even out yet, and one user or gamer reviewed the game, gave it a 0 out of 10. That's usually a PlayStation gamer, you know. They're always complaining about how they have all the best exclusives, but not this time in 2023. The best exclusive goes to Xbox, so that's why the PlayStation fans are mad. Look, when it comes to reviewing video games, you can look at a game visually and say, okay, this game is for me because of da 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 da, or this game is not for me because of da 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 da. And you can make a decision there, like to play the game or not to play the game, right? It's called a personal decision. But there's the other review now, where you have to sit behind the controller, the console, and whatever screen you're using, television, projector, or desktop monitor screen, whatever screen you're using, and play the game and review it. And your reviews can't be biased. Your reviews can't be showing favoritism. Your reviews has to be straight to the point. So and then you can review the game that way. So there's two type of reviews though: the visual review based on what you see from the trailer, and then the actual physical review. Now let's take Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. The game ain't even out yet, and people review bomb the game before the game is even being released. So now review bombing now is like a standard now in video games, where people jump on Metacritic and review bomb the game before they even play it. Now here's where you can actually okay, you don't have to play the game to actually to review it. Here's a perfect scenario. Let's use the Nintendo Wii U real quick, and Breath of the Wild. When it comes to Breath of the Wild, a lot of people weren't expecting this open worldness of Zelda games. But if you do your Zelda history, if you go back to Ocarina of Time, and when you were in the Hickory Forest, and then you had to come through the woods, and then when you step on Hyrule Field, you know that Zelda, you know right then and there, as soon as you step out onto the field with the first step, you know right then and there that Zelda is an open world game, because Ocarina of Time was really an open world game, because you needed a horse to travel. If you needed a horse to travel around Hyrule. So Zelda Ocarina of Time was like the first open world game on a console. But that's just me saying it. But anyway, so when it comes to now Tears of the Kingdom, not Tears of the Kingdom, but to Breath of the Wild, most people weren't expecting this open worldness that you get. But a lot of those people that were reviewing Breath of the Wild, they never they never played Ocarina. They didn't. They never really played Ocarina of Time to realize that this was where Zelda was heading. Now, here's where the review bombing of Tears of the Kingdom comes in. When you play the Wii U gives you 6 ways to play, where the Nintendo Switch only gives you 2. The Nintendo Wii U gives you 6 ways to play. The Nintendo Switch only gives you two ways to play. You're like, huh? What? Okay. The Wii U now, 6 ways to play is this. The first way is like, okay, you're using the controller, the console, the TV, and no tablet, right? That's 1. You're using the tablet, the console, the tablet, the console, and the TV, and no controller. That's 2. You're using the controller, tablet, console, TV. That's 3. The other option now is you're using the console and the tablet and no controller. That's 4. Number 5 is when you're on the tablet and you're not using the console and the TV. That is 5. And the 6th option is when you're using the motion controller. That is 6 ways. 6 ways to play on the Wii U, right? On the Switch, you only have 2. You only got the Switch. That's 1 way, and then when you dock it, that's 2. You don't have no other option. So now, when it comes to Breath of the Wild, when most people were reviewing Breath of the Wild, they left that part out. Breath of the Wild on the Wii U is a 10 because you had 6 ways to play. And then on top of that, you had that dual screen feature to deal with. So Breath of the Wild is a 10. Now, when it comes to Tears of the Kingdom now, gets a 5 out of 10. It really gets a 5 out of 10. Why? Because you don't have 6 ways to play. See the difference? That's the difference. Now you can review Breath of the Wild because when you were on the Wii U, you had 6 ways to play. But when you're on the Switch, you only got 2. That's a very big difference. So to give Tears of the Kingdom a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 when you don't have 6 ways to play, it's wrong. Tears of the Kingdom is a 5 out of 10. If Tears of the Kingdom was on the Wii U, then it gets a 9 or a 10 across the board. But since it's not on the Wii U and you don't have 6 ways to play, then the game is a 5 out of 10. Okay, Tears of the Kingdom. Now, when it comes to Starfield is not even out yet. I mean, you can make a visual judgment like, okay, this game is for me or it's not for me. But now the other review now is when you sit there and you actually play the game, and then you got to grade the graphics because before you just saw the trailer, but that gives you like a little visual, right? But now when you're up close now, you're not looking at it from a trailer perspective now. You're looking at it from the television perspective now, and you're in front of the controller. Now you get now the full review comes in. Okay, and that's how video games are supposed to be reviewed. So when it comes to Starfield, man, there are 2 types of review. The first one is like, okay, visually is like, okay, the game is for me or the game is not for me. That's not my type of game, right? But then there's the other review now where you have to sit in front of the console, the TV, and the controller and play the game, and now you get to review it. So to review bomb the game when you never physically played it, it's wrong. Okay? Tears of the Kingdom now is a different situation because when it comes to the Switch and the Wii U now, I have always told people the Nintendo Switch should have never been built. And you had people, you know, try to hype up the Switch and oversell it, but it's still not better than the Wii U till this day. And with the Switch, you only have two options to play. With the Nintendo Wii U, you have 6. And if you want to throw the GameCube controller and the Wii Pro controller into the mix, that's another 2 options. So so that's really 8. So that's like 8. So that's like 8 ways to play. Okay, so all those style of play now applies to the Wii U style of gaming. And if you've seen how Breath of the Wild played on the Wii U, it is hard to get away from that because of the functionality and the utilization of Zelda games. The Wii U is the best place to play Zelda games. So when Nintendo went away from that and then went and built the Switch, they lost about, I would say, 4 to 6 of the style of play. So now you're back to the basic generic way of playing. Like, okay, you only got the handheld, and then you dock it, and then you're on the TV, and then that's it. But you don't have that dual screen feature. So you can't give Tears of the Kingdom a 9 or a 10 if you ain't got that dual screen feature. Can't give it. So right now the game is a 5 I would say 5 out of 10. Tears of the Kingdom is best played on the Wii U because of the about the 6 to 8 ways of play. Okay, and this is why the Wii U is still better than the Switch to this day. So yeah, that's how you review games. You can review games that way because of functionality and utilization. But then there's the other one now that really counts, where you have to sit in front of the console, the controller, and the TV and play the game. And then you got to fully review it. And your review can't be biased. It has to be straight direct to the point. When it comes to Starfield, I mean, you can say, okay, you can see it visual based on the trailer. You can see it. You can be like, okay, this game is for me, or it's not for me. You know, right? You can do it that way. That's like, okay, this game is not for me. That's not my style of play. Okay, right? But now there's the other review now that really counts, and that's the one that really matters. You know, and then you got to talk about functionality and utilization of video games. And so to review Starfield before it even comes out, and you never played it, yeah, it's not good, man. It's not good. But anyway, that's my thoughts and opinion on the whole situation, and I'm gonna leave this video with the article in the description box. Let me know your thoughts and opinion on this. But the game is gonna be good, man. It's coming out on Xbox, you know, in Game Pass and xCloud, you know, through the clouds, you know, and those are cloud streaming providers that signed up to Microsoft 10-year contracts. They will have the game. So yeah, those people will benefit from it. But PlayStation fans, nah, you're just mad because you can't play the game. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek playing. Dark side. Go. Base.